Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's your name?
My name is Firoz Bandali.
And what's your name?
Yasmin.
Yasmin. Where are you from, guys?
We are from London.
Do you work?
Yes, I do.
Do you work?
I do work, yes.
What's your higher education?
I've got a degree in speech and language therapy, so I'm a speech therapist and I'm a clinical lead for speech and language therapy.
And you?
I'm an electrician.
Have you been in Iraq before?
Yes, many times.
How many times?
This is my fourth Arba'in, but I've been to Iraq 6 times.
6 times.
Yeah.
When was the first time?
17 years ago, at the time of Saddam, was my first time in Iraq.
In 2000.
In 2000,
Three?
yeah,
When Saddam was in
Saddam
charge?
was in charge.
So probably 2002 or 1.
Yeah.
Okay. And same.
No, I came well after that.
Okay.
I came about 8 years ago.
8 years.
8 or 9 years ago. Somehow.
8.
Yeah.
So that's your second time.
No, that was my first time 9 years ago.
Oh, that's no right this year.
This year? No, I've been here by now about around 15 to 20 times. This is my 5th Arba'in.
MashaAllah.
And I come 3 times a year.
What's the difference did you find when Saddam was in charge and this time?
When Saddam was in charge, when we used to go to the harams were empty. There were no people, there was no rush, there was no crowd. You could go right into the dhari and sit next to the dhari of Imam Hussein. You could go to Abul Fadl and sit next to the dhari of Abul Fadl. You were able, at that time, to travel around, so you could go to Samara, Kadhmain, Balad, Hilla, everywhere we went without any difficulties, because there wasn't this difficulty, obviously, that there is now. There weren't the checkpoints or anything like that now, but there were no people. The harams were empty. And also you felt that at the time of Saddam, you had Saddam's security men following you, so you didn't feel free to actually practice and do what you needed to do. Because remember, coming to the border, they all looked at our books, and when they saw that our books had, say, the pictures of the Ayatollahs on them, so if we had a photo of the Ayatollah Sistani on it or Ayatollah Khomeini, they would take those books away from you. So you, as a Shia, you felt quite oppressed living in Iraq or doing ziyarah in Iraq at that time. And now you feel more free. You don't feel worried. You feel free. And obviously now the harams there's millions and millions and millions of people. That's the difference, I think.
And what about you? What's the difference between the first time you came to Iraq and the first year you came to Iraq and this year?
I came the time when they blew up the Samara, the first, the Askarain Mosque. And we went there and we saw the different and where the 7, the bombs were kept on each corner, because they put, a plastic cover on top of it. These were the places where, and it was a shock for us to see that our imams are like that. And we have got a habit, and whenever we come, after serving the Zawar, evening time we'll go and we'll speak to the locals, and we'll ask questions, or we'll be friended with the locals and say, what is happening? We were talking to a local in Samara, and that was very surprising. He says, when the dome fell down, there was nobody inside, but we could still hear from inside, even now they are torturing you. So I said, well, there was somebody inside. No, then we start taking things out very fast. We thought maybe somebody was inside, crying. We couldn't see anybody. And he says, we still don't know what happened.
And at the same time, when you went to Samara, did you come to Karbala?
Yes, we did.
How did you find it?
Karbala was...
After Saddam was gone, right?
Yeah, after Saddam was gone.
How did you find it?
Karbala was nice and quiet, because we came, it was like off-season, and the people were not that many, but it was nice. You could do the ziyarah properly and everything. And after that, we start coming on the season, and it was very, very, as you know, Arba'in is getting from first Arba'in to this Arba'in.
It's more and more people, isn't it?
People are just coming in.
I think it's on this walk, particularly on this walk, There were more people on this walk than I've seen in the past 4 years. So many more people coming in this year.
How did you find the Iraqis when Saddam was in charge and the year after Saddam was gone until this year? And how did you actually find the Kerbalais, like the Iraqis who lives in Karbala, when Saddam was in charge and this time, like after the Saddam was gone?
I think when I came the first time, I think the Iraqis, the Karbalais, have always looked after the Zawars. You always feel very special when you come here because everyone here will look after you. But I think even at that time there was fear with them. I think there was a bit of fear because they knew that the Zawars also had Saddam's security men with them. And when you come again after Saddam, again, the people of Karbala look after you. You feel so special as a Zawar. But I think it's done with more openness, that they're able to look after you with more openness. And it always amazes me on the road how much people do look after you. I mean, they give you everything. They have nothing to give, but they'll give you themselves. You know, if they have food, they'll give you food. If they have water, they'll give you water. If they can't afford that, they'll give you tissues. If they can't afford the tissues, they'll massage your feet. If they can't afford that, they will clean your shoes. I don't know where in the world anyone would do that for someone. And for us, when we walk in, we feel humble that the Iraqi people are doing this for us, the Zawar of Hussein, but we have come with so much. Like, we have come from the West. We have everything in the West, but yet we wouldn't be so giving. We wouldn't give our food, our homes. We wouldn't open them up to people like the Iraqis do for us. It's an amazing concept, and you can't explain it. It's really hard. When I go back home and I try and tell people what it feels like, it's difficult to explain. People need to come and see it for themselves, what it feels like.
You know, when the first year came, when they blew up the العسكريين عليه السلام, and you came to Karbala, how did you find people, the Iraqi people who lives in Karbala, and the difference between this time and that time and this time, this year?
When we came to Karbala, we had one friend from London, and he had the family here. When we came first day in Karbala, so we said the Majma will go, you know, the group will go and do the ziyarah themselves. Let them do whatever they have to do. So we went and they called us. So from where we went, about 8 of us to do the ziyarah. It was me, Sayyid Amar, and our friends. So we started from Maqam Imam Zamana and we walked backward this way. We came, and the last one we did Abu Abdullah, السلام. Once we finished, from there they said, let's go home, let's go and eat. This was about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Who is going to open the door for me at 3:33, 4 o'clock? Only in the name of Hussein they'll open the door for you. So we went and they fed us. We came out, we prayed Salah, and they looked after very well. And when we were in Karbala, we found a friend, a couple of guys, local shopkeepers, the ring shopkeepers they were doing. And in the evening they said, how about we meet up in a restaurant near Maqam Imam Zaman? You know, there were restaurants small, so we can sit down and talk. So we were just talking, and we went in the evening time, about 2 o'clock. And these are the local Iraqis. And you know, we were talking to them. A few questions came up, and one of the questions was always, I'm thinking, it's impossible, as I know the Americans, it's not going to happen that, but he said that when the fall of Saddam happened, and the American soldiers entered Karbala, it was a battalion entering Karbala, they came and they looked at the shrine of Abu Fadl. And you know, they formed a line, like a military proper line. They saluted. So the local asked them, you are saluting the Abu Fadl who died 1400 years ago. Why? They said he was the superior of superior. He didn't leave his post, and he made sure he protected that post by giving his life. So, you know, I'm a Shia. I believe on that one, that's fine. But those are Christians. I don't know which other religion with them, but imagine the way they did. They said, we still can't believe what happened. They literally gave a salute, turned around, and walked out. He said, we don't need to protect this place. It's already been protected.
What would you tell the people who lives in the West and the people who doesn't agree that Iraq is safe and Iraqis are nice and good people, and then they open their heart to whoever comes to Karbala or even comes to Iraq? What would you tell them after the experience that you had since 2000 until 2016?
Sorry. I think when you come to Karbala, when you come as a Zawar to Karbala and Najaf, you are very much protected. You feel very safe. I think in all the years I've been here, we've never had any difficulties, have we?
There hasn't been an issue.
I would encourage, I was talking to my daughter before we came, and a friend of her wants to come, and she's not a Shia. And we said to her, come, because you will be safe. You feel protected in Karbala. You feel protected on the walk. You'll be fine in Najaf. Obviously, there are parts of Iraq where you hear it's not so safe, maybe near Baghdad. Maybe in those areas it's not so safe. But the majority of Iraq is, I feel it's okay. It would be difficult for us to come to. And the Iraqi people cannot do more to help you. They're very friendly. For example, on the walk the other day, my dad, on the first day of the walk, he came straight to Karbala and he was lost. He just went and asked some people to help him. The policeman found him, he called him and he brought him to the hotel, so he was safe. If he'd been lost somewhere else, it would be very difficult. But we were both thinking, if he's gone to Karbala, he'll be fine. The people will look after him. He's a Zawar of Imam Hussein, it's okay.
Every road leads to Karbala. That's what it is. He came, we had a phone call, he's there. Alhamdulillah. We do worry, of course. But as it is, with the group, a spiritual journeys group, we brought over 400 people. If Karbala or Iraq wasn't safe, you think we'll bring 400 people? No.
It's only one group, eh?
Huh?
One group, 400
Only one group. Spiritual journeys is 400 people. This time, we had, a couple of years ago, we had 470 people. If Iraq wasn't safe, well, we would never bring anybody, because we have to make sure that people are safe, because it's responsibility on us. You know, we depend on Iraqis, and they look after us. You know, credit goes to them. We take the credit, but credit's all it is to Iraqis. They look after us. When we're walking on the road, they open the doors. You don't sleep outside. You have a meal. You know, I remember the first time a man runs out and he comes in front of me, he says, in the name of Abu Sajjad, please come and eat in my mosque. I said, no, I need to be somewhere, so I can't. So he was crying, is my food bad? Or have I done something wrong? I said, no, Habibi, you haven't done anything wrong. It's just, I have to be somewhere, I have to go. But if they are coming some more, I'm sure you get them. The person wasn't, Habibi, he was giving me food free of charge. He was asking me to sleep where it was free of charge. What is going to do for you? And the person is crying. You've done something wrong. I said, no, you haven't done nothing wrong. I hope you forgive me for that.
Would you like to ask something?
Do you know, I was reading this book called Camino de Santiago. It's a pilgrimage that happens in Spain that Christians undertake. And they go for 2 or 3 weeks on this pilgrimage. But for them, they have to book a hostel, they have to pay for their food, they have to pay for their drinks. And yet, that pilgrimage is quite famous. Thousands of people go. How can you compare? And when I read that book, and then you come to this walk, to this pilgrimage, there is no comparison. So when people at work were asking me, and I'm like, yeah, we don't have to carry any money for 3 days. You're going to get free food, you're going to get water, you're going to get, even now, Wi-Fi on the road, yes. Somebody will charge your phone. If you want to phone home, there's international phones that you can use to make calls home. There is nothing that you cannot get. If you want medical assistance, you'll get. But it's just, how do you explain that to people back home? It's really difficult. I think I'm going to encourage people to come. like even my friends who are not Shia, to say, come and see and witness for yourself, because once they see it, then only you can understand. It's incredible.
What about you?
You know, there's no words to say anything. She summarized quite everything. You know, if you want to know what Iraq is, you got to come yourself. I can tell you, you know, they give me this, they give me that. No. You will listen to me at this, but I'm sure, and a lot of people I spoke to previous and even now, when they come and says, this is true. I said, you see yourself. Do you need any money in the road? Actually, even if you went to the shop, like you said, the international call, that international, I've seen one place, they've got about 10 phones on the city. Make a call wherever you want it. It's free of charge. Which country is going to give you that? Or who is going to give it? Between me, maybe one call. But these are 20 million are passing by. Out of the even 1 million make a call. That's a lot of money.
I think what was really nice to see on the walk this year as well was people from all over the world. So we saw people from Malaysia, people from Thailand, people obviously from Afghanistan, all, you know, the usual Muslim places you think, but there were people from different places. And in one place on the walk they had this international place that they had flags of all the different countries that people had come from. So I think, and also on the walk we keep on getting asked, like I was talking to this Iranian man yesterday, day before, and he was like, why are you here? I'm like, because we are visiting Abu Abdullah. And he was like, are you Shia? I'm like, yes. And he goes, where are you from? I said, London. And he goes, there are Shia in London? I'm like, yes, there are Shia in London. And we practice. We do the majlis, we do matam, we do everything. So I think for us to come and also to talk to some of the Iraqi people don't believe that. It's hard for them to believe that they're Shia in London. So I think for us to come and trying to talk to the locals, it's good for both of us, so that they know that there are Shias all over the world. Like in our group, people have come from all over the world. There are people from Australia, Canada, America, Tanzania, where else? From
Dubai,
Australia, Dubai.
India. So they're from even West Indian. No,
Everywhere.
they're West Indian as well, so imagine that. So everyone wants to come to Karbala on Arba'in. Particularly we say in Arba'in, everyone wants to come in. Why? Sometimes you even think, why? It's only one person. Hussein is here. I'm sure even the Prophet left Medina to come here on Arba'in. That's what it is. So you do your Hajj, your wajibat. Next Hajj is Karbala. I'm a Shia, sorry.
I thank you so much.